Okay, so here's our second group, the Harry Chapin, Gordon Lightfoot, Cat Stevens group, and I'm going to read you a little bit about them. Oh, and it's a good idea to shut your phones off. You can record, but shut your ringers off if you don't mind. Maine-based singer and songwriter Tommy DeMina has been captivating audiences with his rich voice, masterful guitar playing, and knack for storytelling. His debut album, You Know Me, My Devil Says, released in 2020, and it was followed by a sold-out tour of Cat Stevens classics in 2021. Expanding his repertoire, DeMina, I always screw it up, now includes the works of Gordon Lightfoot and Harry Chapin in a broader celebration of the 1970s story songs. Tom is joined by Frank Futowski on guitar and Dan Klederman on bass. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for this trio that's going to entertain you for the next, hour to 90 minutes. You keep clapping.
You guys like Harry Chapin? Come to the right place. This is Cat Stevens, where the Gordon Lightfoot and Harry Chapin. This is how I was raised. This is how we kept the peace in my family. Station wagon of 6, warring factions in the backseat. I-95, my father. We're gonna listen to Cat Stevens now. Everybody have a good time. And that will generally relax everybody. And this music has continuously been a source of soothing for me all my life, and I'll share it with you. It was raining hard in Frisco. Needed one more day to make my night. Lady up ahead, baby, flattening it down. She got in the light. Where you going to, my lady blue? It's a shame you blew you again. She just stared at the window, said 16 parts are dead. Something about it for me. I can swear I've seen your face before, but you said I'm sure you're mistaken, and you didn't say it anymore. It took a while, she looked in the mirror, and she glanced at the license for me. Smiles you could come to us away. It was a sad smile, just the same. And she said, how are you, Harry? I said, how are you too? Through the 2 million miles and the 2 little smiles, I stand breathing by you. It was somewhere in a fairy tale. I used to drive home in my car. With everybody loved in the back of the dark. The lesson from the bar. See, she used to be an actress, and I was gonna learn to fly. She took off to Frankfurt place. I took off for the sky. I ain't got
There's not much more for us to talk about. Whatever we had was gone. So we'll turn my door to the river as the gates of the vines are born. And she said we must get together. I'll never be erased. Then she handed $20 for a 250 fare and said, Harry, keep the change. I scratched the bit of my shirt. And she walked away in silence. It's strange how you never know. We both got what we'd asked for such a long time ago. See, she was gonna be an actress, and I was gonna learn to fly. She took off to find the footlights. I took off for the sky. Here she's acting happy inside her handsome home. But me, I'm flying in the taxi, taking tips, getting stalled. I don't fly so high when I'm stalled.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to be here, I have to say. We're from Maine, and I'm in Maine. He's Portland, Maine. This is Frank Petusky at guitar, and Dan Goodman on bass. Justice. We want the intricacies of those little signatures to be there. They're as important as the words, and so we're very lucky to have them. Dan just got out of the car, really fell off the stage. And we're celebrating spring. This is a nice thing to do. We get to do the songs that, to me, evoke that season that sometimes I don't get a chance to do. And I'm going to do Gordon Lightfoot tune for you now called Pussy Willow's Cattails. It's technically not from the 70s, which is sort of our thing, but I think it's just the season. It's just one of my favorite Gordon Lightfoot tunes.
Pussy willows, cattails, soft winds and roses, rainbows in the woodland, water to my knees. Shivering, quivering, warm breath of spring. Pussy willows, cattails, soft winds and roses. Birds and cornfields, days together, riding on the roadside, the dusk is in your eyes. and candlelights and wood fires blazing, soft lips and fingertips resting in my soul. Treasuring memory, progress of spring, was it us getting soft winds and roses.
It's usually around this time when my wife will come running and she, do you know any happy songs? Anything at all? And I'll say, I'm gonna play you Moonshadow like you've never heard it. She says, you don't get it, dude. I want to do a Harry Chapin tune now first before I get to some Cat Stevens stuff, that is a happy tune. And it's, if you don't know the backstory, it's about how Harry met his wife. It's called I Want to Learn a Love Song. And the story goes that he was her guitar teacher, a married woman. And, well, I'll just let the story do the talking. But, you know, the more I do Harry Chapin, the more I get wonderful anecdotes of people who met him. He would always come out after the show and meet people. So he's a very special guy. And he's very family friendly, so thank you for trying to bring your kids here. I have a 2-year-old who, you know, I try to bring to my shows and he just rushes to the stage and tries to grab the guitar. And my wife's trying to deal with him. It always is a disaster. I try all the time because he loves this music. I put him to sleep to Cassie the Cradle and he's got a big dumb smile on his face. You know, he has no idea what it's about. But he likes the tune.
Come fresh from the street, fast on my feet, cut grass and golden, not much feet on the bones, and the whole alone, more than a little bit holding. The old 6-string was all I had to keep my belly still, for each full hour less gave than the distant down. See, she was there for 7 years. To a concrete castle again. She wanted to learn to play the guitar and to hear her German swing. So I show up about once a week in my very tight jeans, with the backline for the whole stories and the letter they agree. She said, I wanna learn my song, full of happy things. She said, song, won't you let me hear you sing? I'm living in a Hollywood movie, or living in a good bad dream. I'm living up girls in that ditzy world, never touched me like she can. Took another man's wife in the real world, like a big busy boy, a man. She said, I wanna learn a song full of happy things. She said, I wanna learn a song. Won't you let me hear you sing? Wanna learn a song, wanna hear you play. She said, I wanna learn a song before you go away. And I guess you don't stay.
All right, just some fun facts here about some of these guys. I'm gonna do some songs by Cat Stevens, aka Yusuf Islam, aka Stephen Dimitri Giorgio. People know that? Giorgio, very Greek man, Greek father, Swedish mother. And when you do Cat Stevens, you really start to really appreciate the Greek things that are going on in this man's music. Give you a little taste here. This is the stuff.
Eyes in the wind of my soul. Where I end up with a thing only God really knows. I sat upon the setting sun, but never, I never wanted what it was. No, never, never. I listen to the words, but before I go, I swam across the devil's lake, but never, I'll never make the same mistake. No, never. Yes, I'm being loved by a moonshine, living up on moonshine. And if I ever lose my hands, lose my plow, lose my lands, or if I ever lose my hands, I won't have to work no more.
Gordon Lightfoot tune for you now. And Bob Dylan recorded this, and it put Gordon Lightfoot on the map. We're going to do kind of a hybrid of Bob Dylan's version and Gordon Lightfoot's version that this band's never heard before. So, but we'll see how it goes. Now this is one of those great tunes that you just go along for the ride. Gordon Lightfoot said it was his first great song. You know, the more I've done with Gordon Lightfoot, the more I just worship the man. He's a fascinating person. He's a boy soprano. He was a youngster. Got his degree in jazz composition. Was very serious about music at a young age. And anyway, he was just another person hustling, trying to to do jingles, singing lounges, and he was a drummer at one point. Anyway, Bob Dylan recorded this, and the rest was sort of history. So he's also one of those people who loves to sing about rain. So again, it always reminds me of the season. He writes a very peppy song about depressing subjects, as you'll find as we go through the set list here. We're going to do a tune now that seems like sometimes I've done it 5 times in the night. Sometimes just be somebody coming in late, kind of like this. Like,
pulled away like a movie star who's burning a three-way script. Enter number two. Move and queen, the later scene of bringing down the new things that they need. But for now, love, let's be real. Never thought I'd end up this way. Not gonna say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back. If you could read my love, what a tale of thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well. In a castle dark or a fortress storm, with chains upon my feet, stories always end. If you read between the lines, you'll know that I just try to understand the feelings that we lack. Never thought I'd end up this way, and I gotta say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back.
Oh Lord, Dan was saying to me, that these songs are like a kind of new kind of folk songs in a way. It's a shared communion that happens. So thank you for coming out. These songs are very important to me. It's nice. I can feel how they are hanging in the air. It's very special. These songs are so well written, and they're all crafted with storytellers, mastery of lyrics and the melodies are all kind of hypnotic, and it's just wonderful to bring them on the feet in a room where it all works. Because lots of times you do the show, and the modern day PA systems and the new venues, it's an uphill climb. You do a show called Story Songs of the 70s, you think, okay, great, I'm gonna do my acoustic show. And then you go in your 2026 music venue and you're fighting an uphill climb. And to play in a place like this, it's like you're doing what you set out to do. Thank you. A Cat Stevens tune while we're on the subject of If You Could Read My Mind, I thought we could do If You Want to Sing Out. There's a funny story about this tune. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Hal Ashby directed, Harold and Maude. Great movie. All Cat Stevens. And there's a great scene where Ruth Gordon is banging away on the piano. If you want to sing out, sing out. And I guess Cat Stevens was on the set, and he said, "Hey Hal, can I talk to you?" And Hal, was like, cut, and went to talk to Cat Stevens, and Cat Stevens, she stinks. She's ruining my music. And Hal Ashby was taken aback. He was like, "Cat, relax, baby." I don't know if he said baby, but in my mind's eye, he's like, "Baby, if you want to sing out, right?" And Cat Stevens calmed down, and I realized that he was missing the moral of his own song. So Ruth Gordon understood what that song's about. I always like to remind myself of her when I do this song.
Tom,
Yes.
Ruth Gordon was born in Quincy.
Thank you, God.
I was John Quincy Adams.
President, thank you. Thank you very much. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us, okay?
Oh, if you want to sing out, sing out. If you want to be free, be free. There's a million things to be, know that they are. If you want to live high, live high. And if you want to live low, live low. There's a million ways to go, know that they are. You can do what you want. The opportunities are. And if you find a way, well, you can do it today. And you can make it all true. And you can make it undo. You say, it's easy. You only need to know. If you want to say yes, say yes. And if you want to say no, say no. There's a million ways to go, go to live. If you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. There's a million things to do, you know what we wrong. You can do what you want. The opportunities are. And if you find a new way, well, you can do it today. And you can make it all true. And you can make it new, you see. It's easy. You only need to know. If you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. There's a million things to be. You know to live up, you know to live up, you know to live up, you know to live up. You know to live up.
I just heard from Ruth, and she says, thank you, Tom.
I'll have to ask that you follow us at every show from here on in. Ruth Gordon story.
I need the cash.
All right, so it's spring. I want to keep the spring vibes going. Do another Cat Stevens song for you. This is it's called "Oh Very Young," and it's a short little number, but I'm trying to take my time. Just like spring itself, kind of just go by too fast. It's here. Thank God.
I know your dreams may toss and turn me now.
I just keep thinking about all those acapella singers back there. And I was watching them backstage. And I had this song just going through my head, you know, I mean, just how fleeting it is to be young. So the side. Your dreams.
They will dash away like your daddy's best jeans. Then blue, fade up to the sky. And though you want them to last forever, you know they never will. You know they never will. And the patches make goodbye harder still. Will believe us this time. There'll never be another chance to change your mind. If you want this world to see a better day, you can. The words of the love with you really right. Right by good in your heaven. Though you want to last forever, you know you never will. You know you never will. Goodbye makes the journey harder still. Carry the word of love with you. All the young will believe us this time. There'll never be a better chance to change your mind. All the young will believe us this time.
So as I said about Gordon Lightfoot, you know, nobody talks about raining in such a kind of peppy, fun way. We want to do another spring song for you here called Rainy Day Fever.
Rainy day, people don't talk, they just listen till they heard it all. Rainy day, people don't lie, rainy day, baby, they do. Rainy day, people don't mind if you cry a deal or two. If you get loaded.
Gordon Lightfoot tune called The House You Live In. I was playing a show in Vermont, and this guy came up to me, very serious. He walked right up to me and he said, "Do you know the song The House You Live In?" And I said, "I didn't." I hate when that happens, you know. And he got right up to me, whispered in my ear, "You need to learn that song." So, you know, I said, "Well, why? You know what?" And he said, again, he got right up to me, "I think it speaks to the times." And then he walked away. I was like, "Oh, yeah, that was..." I'm definitely going to learn this song after this exchange. It just was so dramatic. And I went home that night, and I understood what he was talking about. It's a great tune if you don't know it, and it's just some helpful advice. Well, a lot of his songs are just kind of helpful advice. All right, I'm gonna just say, you guys in an important frame of mind, can I do one more important tune for the room here? Okay. I'm gonna do the Richard Hammond Fitzgerald, okay? Sometimes there's dancing that has happened at this show, which I'm always amazed. There was this guy sitting in front, he said to his wife, "Get up, come on, we're dancing, come on, come on." And she's like, accommodating him, and she's like, "It's the record, the Edmund Fitzgerald." And, if that happens tonight, no judgment on this side of the stage.
Tom.
This side of the stage, I said.
Oh, there was a restaurant at Marina Bay that was the replica of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
I heard that.
Quincy gets it.
I know the guy that sold that. Well, he's a captain in Rockland, Maine. I'm on the mid-coast of Maine. I read his biography, Reckless Abandon, Captain Jim Sharp, and he talked about that. It's just a weird coincidence. All right, we're going to do the record of Edmund Fitzgerald here. Frank, let's hear it for Frank Tusky. Great blues ragtime guitar player out of Portland, Maine. Well, I'm very lucky to have with me. And, it's just so nice to be able to come to Quincy. Not far for us. One, two, three, one, two.
As the big freighters go, she was bigger than most.
You have 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay, great. All right, you guys having a good time? You know, a lot of people, I like to tell people are shocked to hear that I used to be a Telly Savalas impersonator. I used to go lounge act as the ghost of Telly Savalas. And I was very serious about it. It was a sketch, it was a comedy sketch. And I remember telling my father, I'm gonna go to LA, you know, just see this thing through. You know, he's like, you're gonna move to Los Angeles and do Telly Savalas lounge act? Yeah, you know. He was like, don't move to Los Angeles to do this. And, you know, why don't we listen? I don't know. So that's where I go in my head when I'm gonna do this next song, before I'm gonna do Father and Son by Cat Stevens. It's not time, big change. Just relax, take it easy. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to know. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. I was once like you are now, and I know that it's not easy to be gone when you found something going on. Take your time, take a lot. I think of everything you got. You will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. It's not time, big change. Just sit down, take it slowly. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to go through. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. I'm gonna finish up here with, this is my 2-year-old son's favorite song. It's called Cats in the Cradle. Lots of times we have people who are just like, hey, can you do Cats in the Cradle by Cat Stevens? And I always have to gently remind them that Harry Chapin wrote Cats in the Cradle. And some people, you know, they're set in their ways. They're
No, did you do the one Cat's Cradle by Cat Stevens, that one? That version? This is like very effective. Harry Champlin and Cat Stevens were friends. And just this little octave. They get your attention. You're just like, what is this? What's this about?
Just the other day, came to the world in the usual way. There were things to catch, bills to pay. Learned to walk while I was away. And he was talking for I knew it. And as he say, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. And the dance and the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you come home and I don't know when we'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. When the sun turned 10 just the other day, said thanks for the ball, then come on, let's play. And he treated to go, I said, not today, I got a lot to do. I said, that's okay. Walked away, but I smiled and didn't say, gonna be like him, yeah, no, I'm gonna be like him. And the cats and the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you come home, then I don't know when we'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. Just the other day, so much like a man I just had to say something proud of you. Can you sit for a while? Shook his head and he said, with a smile, would it really like that? Borrow the car keys, say you later, can I have them please? And the cats and the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when we'll get together then, Dad. You know we'll have a good time then. Well, long since retired, son's moved away. Called him up just the other day. Said I'd like to see you, you don't mind. Said I'd love to, Dad, if I could find the time. See the new jobs, the hassle and the kids and the flu. But it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's been sure nice talking to you. As he hung up the phone, it occurred to me, he growed up just like me. My boy was just like me. Cats and the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man. When you're coming home, then I don't know when we'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then.
You like them? Did you really like them? I messed up their names, so I'm going to make sure they say their names nice and loud on the microphone.
Daniel Cleederman.
What did you play today?
I played the bass.
The bass. That's the test one. And what did you play today?
The guitar.
Guitar. And hi, I'm God. How are you?
You look different than I was expecting.
Yeah, well. I lost 100 pounds though. God's been trying to work on it. Now this is Tom. Everyone knows Tom. But will you tell them a little bit, how many guitars did you play?
I just played two. I played 12 string and a 6 string here.
And you liked them, didn't you? So, I think we need to have him sing another song, don't you? All right. Yeah, do another song. I let you know that at 4:15 we have the Creedence show starting, and then next in May we have a classic rock concert with Pat Benatar tribute act, the Whammer Jammer, which is Jay Giles, and the Rolling Stones. And we're calling it Quincy Goes to Woodstock. And I said to the mayor, can I say minus the sex and the drugs? He said, no, you can't say that. But it is. It's Woodstock and Quincy minus the sex and drugs. Give it up. They'll do one more song for us.
Every highway I got to see you by one lane.